Hi guys. I just wanted to let you guys know right now, right off the bat, that my sibling is recording this video, so if the camera shakes, it's their fault. I just asked them to record this video. Anyway, don't mind my messy hair. I'm sorry. I just can't take care of myself right now. Depression. uh anyway, I just wanted to I just wanted to let you guys know. I just wanted to tell you guys about this story that happened to me, and I just haven't been able to like even talk about it because one, I've been so busy, and two, I just haven't had the energy in me to tell you guys. But I just think it's an interesting story because it's never happened to me before. One time I got stuck on the highway, right? But let me tell you how it happened. So, I have this car and I've always taken care of it, no matter if it has like a low tire pressure or something with the antifreeze. I always fixed it, right? So when I when I finally moved to New York, I used the car like just to travel here and there, nothing serious. But this is the first time after a while that I haven't really used my car to travel long distances. So there was this wedding happening with a friend of the family at the time. I had to drive them all the way to Virginia, so I did that. It was like a 6 hour drive, 7 hour drive, and we did that. On our way, like let's say like about 3 hours in going to Virginia, my car started acting a little funny. I don't know, but like I don't know if any of you guys like have a car. The coolant where it's like the C for cold, H for hot. Um, it was starting to go a little bit above the middle, and it was kind of scary because I've never had that experience before. But prior to this, my car has had those problems before, but it has never occurred to me because someone else will drive my car and they've stated that it happened. So I was like, wow, that's crazy because it's never happened to me. And I took it to the mechanic, and I've it was a lot. But anyway, my car was all right from what I thought. So I was going through all of these like weird things, like the coolant, going from regular temperature to high temperature. It just kept going in the in the middle of like half quart and full quart, and it was just going either up or like going down or up or down. So we couldn't really do anything about it because we had to go to our destination. We had to get there. So we finally got there. The wedding, we missed it by a couple hours. But the good thing about it is that there was like this taco truck, so we had tacos, really good tacos, bomb ass tacos, and we came in, we stayed for like the night, and we just had a really great night. Congrats to the couple who got married. It was nice, and the next morning, we ate, we went, we took a look around the neighborhood and stuff like that, and it was time for us to go. So we were getting ready and stuff like that, and I was a little bit scared because I was scared that like something might happen to my car, but hopefully nothing bad would happen. Oh, and on the way there, for those who have a car, or if you don't have a car, so there's like this plastic black thing underneath the car that protects like the engine and like the parts. And I didn't know, but on our way there, I think it was like, I don't know what time I noticed it, but I had to park my car somewhere near the house where they held the wedding. Um, so I realized that below my car, the plastic was already like falling off the car. It was like dragging. Like if I drive my car right now and it was still like that, the plastic would be dragging down, sorry. And it would make like this really weird noise, like a scrapey noise, if you drive it really fast. I don't know, like it just it's crazy. I don't know. Worst case, I thought it was gonna like light on fire because of the friction, but yeah, no, that happened. So, we didn't really fix that. We didn't really have time to fix it, but anyway, we just drove, right? So we finally went back home on our way home, and we were driving, and my car was doing the same problem. It was from regular temperature going all the way to H, and then it would like go down to regular temperature on our way there. Within the first 2 hours, it started giving me some problems, and I was concerned because I did not want to be stuck on the highway having these problems. And I went and as I was driving, for example, if I drive higher, sometimes the needle goes to H, but even when I do start driving higher, sometimes the needle on the H goes lower and goes back to normal, which is so weird. And when I lower like my velocity, my speed, it would like the temperature would go to H, and it was so weird. It was like bipolar and stuff like that. We were joking around and stuff, and we were like, oh my god, your car's so bipolar right now. Like, what's going on? And, you know, we were driving and this kept going on. And, you know, there were moments on the highway where I had to like stop on the right side, never stop on the left side because that's crazy. Stop on the right side and, you know, wait for like maybe 10-15 minutes and, you know, then drive again or something like that, 30 minutes, you know, stop and do that stuff. But it got to a point where even if I stopped and like I waited for like maybe like an hour, it would still be hot. So I just kept driving it because I really didn't have any other choice. And by this time, we were around like 2 hours away from New York. And by this time, you were like in Pennsylvania heading home. So as we were heading home, right? We were heading home. My car was not able to drive. It just like kept slowing down. It just started slowing down. And I was like, oh my God, what's going on? This has never happened to my car. So I had to park it somewhere. And we parked on the side of the highway. And we were just like, oh, you know, let's just wait for like half an hour. We waited for half an hour. Nothing happened. I turned on the car. It did turn on, but it wasn't able to like drive. Like even as much as I put in the gas, it wasn't able to drive. And long story short, my car was not able to drive, period. Not able to move. It wasn't able to do anything. So we just waited for like an hour, 2 hours, and we were like, oh damn, what's gonna happen? And you know, we were just trying to figure out a way to like get out of the situation because we were 2 hours away. We were stuck in Allentown. So I've never really been to Allentown. I don't know anything about Allentown. It was the first time I was ever stuck on a highway with like one other person, and it was so weird because I was never really expecting that to happen because all my life, like ever since I had a car, like I've never wanted that to happen. So it was just weird. So we were just sitting there and waiting for the car to be like, you know, to turn on and stuff, but it just stopped working. We like the battery died and everything. Like I couldn't turn on the car. Everything just went black, and in that area everything was black. All you could see was like the headlights of the cars, and it was crazy. And it was like we stopped at like around 7, I think. And my car was there until like 9:30. There was like this cop car that came behind us, and then they stopped, and then they came up to us and they were like, hey, what's going on? Like do you guys need help? And we basically told them what happened, and they were like, okay, but all we can advise you is that you have to get a tow by tonight, by the end of the night. I'll give you some time for you guys to stay here, but you guys need a tow, or if not, we're gonna have to take away the car. If you guys leave the car, we take away the car. So we were like, okay. So what he did was the cop put like these little flares around the car, our car, to basically like let the other cars know, oh, don't get near the car because they're like right by the side of the highway, the right side, you know, where the slow cars go. So, you know, he helped us a lot actually because, you know, we didn't want to get in an accident. So, you know, because that's very dangerous. And, you know, I actually did what he said. I started calling tows, and I have on my phone, I've called like 12 different numbers all night. I've been calling a number. They were either closed or they were busy. They were or I don't know, it was just crazy. It was just a crazy process for me to call different tows in Allentown, and none of them responded to me. I've been doing this like for like 4 or 5 hours at night, and you know, I actually called this one tow, and they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna get there in an hour. And you know, they processed my payment, which is like $200. And you know, they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna get there like within an hour. 2 hours, 3 hours pass, and then they call me and they say, oh, we're not gonna be able to pick you up. We recommend this tow. And I was like, but what about the tow that I just paid? And they had the audacity to be like, oh, but like it's not our fault because we're not in charge of that. We are not we have nothing to do if like the tows come or not. They're busy right now. And I was like, what? How? Like I want my refund. And they basically gave it to me, and they didn't really want to, but they gave me the refund. And I was like, finally, like I don't know why I'm paying for these services if I'm not getting the services. But yeah, anyway, that happened. And what else happened? Oh my god, I'm trying to remember the night. It was so cold. I really had to pee. I was so hungry. It was a cold night. I don't ever want to relive that again. I do not wish that upon anyone who has a car. So that was crazy. All night I've just been trying to call tows. No one has answered me. I finally got an answer around 7 in the morning. I called them, and someone finally picked up the phone. This was like after calling them. They called me back. I finally got a tow to pick us up, to pick my car up. And by the way, there was like this one truck. I think it was by the Pennsylvania transportation service. I don't know who, but there was like this lady in her truck, and she was like, "Oh, do you guys need any help?" This was before the tow call. She was like, "Oh, like you guys can't be out here, and it's very dangerous. And if you guys want, like, I can tow your car." But it turned out to be that her truck wasn't able to support my car because she had a different type of tow. So what she said was, "I'll wait here. I'll wait behind your car, and I will wait until a tow comes to pick you guys up because you guys can't be out here like that." So it was already morning, so we waited out there for like 12 hours for someone to actually like pick my car up. So so once the tow came, I paid for it and everything. It was like almost 200. Once the tow came, I gave them the address to like this gas station, and this lady, you know, she took us to the gas station. You know, we went in her truck and she took us there. So once we finally got to the gas station, they parked our car at the gas station, and we went we went there, and we went to get some food and stuff across the street. And then we finally came back. I called my insurance company. They said that my insurance cannot be covered for I don't have AAA, and my insurance can't be covered for tows and stuff like that. So I was fucked. And you know, they I called my mom, and I was like, "Hey, like, I need help. Like, I'm all the way out here." And you know how moms be. They always come to the rescue. So yeah, she went all the way out there with my two uncles, and they went out there with their big ass truck, and I was saved by them. You know, they came, and you know, we had to go all over the city of Allentown to like buy parts for my car to be towed by their truck, and we went to U-Haul, that whole thing. So we finally got our car towed by my family. So it was a crazy day though, because throughout the day I was so tired. It was just a weird experience. It was an adventure for sure, because I've never been to Allentown. We got to like go around the city and like look for these parts and look for like a U-Haul and stuff like that. So it was great. It was an interesting day. I learned a lot, and I don't think I would ever want to have to go through that again, like I said. So so they finally, it was just so surreal the moment I realized that they were pushing my car onto this like I don't even know what it's called, like a trolley or something, to put it on this this thing for it to be taken away by this truck. And I just found it interesting, like, wow, these guys literally went out of their way to come all the way over here, across from New York all the way to Pennsylvania, to put so much effort in putting my car onto this thing and driving it all the way back. And it was crazy. So we drove all the way back with my uncles and everything. We drove all the way back to New York, and we finally took the car to a certain place, to some mechanic, and you know, it was fixed. We had to take the trolley back, and yeah, it was like 10 o'clock that time. It was late as fuck that night. But yeah, that was such an experience. But what I can say is always make sure to fix your car and have a trustworthy mechanic. And also, don't go alone. Please don't go alone. And also, like, carry snacks with you and water and stuff. And yeah, just be safe on the road. So that was my experience, and it was a crazy day. That day was crazy. But I'm glad to have shared that with you guys. I just hope that doesn't happen to any of you guys. If you guys have like cars, or your mom or dad, they have cars, and that doesn't happen. And if that has happened to you, let me know how that went in the comments below. So yeah, this is a YouTube video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you.